Hello everybody. So our today's topic is port security. So today we are just going to talk about what exactly the port security is and why do we need to use port security. So let me just give you an example. Let's say in a company we are having 5 users and all are connected to their respective port, switch port I mean to say. Let's say from FA01 till FA05 they all are connected, right? So if any other user, like who is not an authorized user, wants to get access to their crucial data, so what he can do is, like, he can just connect to that particular port and he will be having the access of their entire company data. So that is not correct basically, because in the absence of the authorized user, that unauthorized user can try to gather the data from the server machine. So what we can do is, to overcome this issue, we can configure the port security at the switch level. So what port security will do, with the help of this port security, we will be able to secure that port based on the MAC address of that machine, of that authorized user's machine I mean to say. So we are just going to see how we can configure the port security. So let me just open my packet tracer and then I'll show you how we can achieve this to avoid any kind of like data related hacks. So this is my packet tracer, and in the packet tracer I'm just going to take one switch. This is 2960 switch, right? And I'm just going to take two PCs here. This is PC 1. I'm just going to rename this also. Let me just make this PC as, let me just put it a name. Let me just put it as server, and this is as client A, right? So I'm just going to connect the cable also. In this case, I'm just going to take the automatic cable to make the connection. Otherwise, you know that if we have to connect the cables from the switch to the PC, then we always use the straight cable. So you can make use of straight cable also, right? So let me just put the IP address of this machine also. Let's say the IP address of this machine is 172.16.2.1. This is the IP address, right? And I'm just going to put the same to this also. I will take as 2.2. So let me just put it into the system also. So I'm just going to take it as 172.16.2.1. Here important thing to be noted is, I'm not going to put the default gateway, because the gateway is not required, because you know that gateway is only required when I just want to go outside the network. So today we are not going outside the network because we are just going to see the port security. So we will be checking within the network only, because we are connected to a single switch. So the IP address has already been assigned. Let me just assign the IP address for my second machine also, second PC also. 172.16.2.2. So this is the IP address. Now we will try to see the communication first. Then I will show you how we can configure the port security. So I'm just going to the command prompt and I'm just going to ping my other PC. Ping 172.16.2.2. As you can see this, we are successfully able to communicate to my client PC from the server machine and vice versa. If I'll try to communicate from here to there, then it will also happen, right? 172.16.2.1. So here also we are able to communicate with the server. So as you can see this, we are successfully able to communicate between the server and the client machine, right? Now what we have to do, right? So we have to configure the port security so that only the authorized users can connect to the server machine, right? So let me just go to the switch. Right, let me just go to that particular port. As you can see this, for this particular port we are using FA0/1, and for the other one we are making use of FA0/2. So these are the two ports which are in use, right? So I'm just going to my switch interface FA0/1. So first of all, what we have to do, we have to make it as an access mode. So switch port mode access, right? Now we'll have to run this command also, switch port security, and then enter, right? Now what we have to do, switch port security, MAC address. Now there are two things. As you can see this here, either we can put the MAC address manually, I mean to say in a static way, we will fix it. Otherwise we have one more option called sticky. So this is one way, because in some of the cases it will not be possible for us to get the MAC address from the user. So what we can do is we can put it as sticky. So once the user will connect to that particular port for the first time, that MAC address will be learned by the switch automatically. So that is the best way. So I'm just going to take it as sticky. Right? So this is set. Now what we have to do, we have to set the violation mode also. Like when we talk about the violation mode, so in the port security we are having 3 violation mode. One is protect, another one is restrict, and the final one is shutdown. So today we are just going to talk about the violation mode, that is shutdown mode, right? So we are just going to configure the violation mode now. Port security violation shutdown, right? So violation has already been set. Now let me write it, right? It is written. Now let me run show port security interface FA0/1. As you can see, this port security has been enabled on this particular port, and this is in the upstate, and the violation mode is shutdown. Now as you can see this here, till now this MAC address has not been written at the switch level. So once we will try to communicate to the other machine, then it will automatically learn it. So we will try to ping from server to the client, and then we will check. So I'm on to my server machine, and I'm just trying to communicate to my communication is happening. Now again I will go to the switch and I will run the same command, show port security interface FA0/1. Now as you can see, this MAC address has been learnt by the switch. If you want me to confirm the MAC address, so as you can see this 73EB, so I will go to this PC and I will go to the configuration and the fast Ethernet 73EB, right? So that I have already shown you, 73EB, right? So this address has been learnt by the switch, right? Now what we are just going to do, we are just taking as an example that now this accounts user has gone out and some unauthorized user wanted to have the access of the network machine. So let's say this is an unauthorized user, he bring his laptop and then place it here, and then what he's trying to do, he is just trying to remove the cable and he's trying to connect it here. Right now he is connected because of the DHCP server, this machine will automatically get an IP address. But in my case, I have not assigned, I have not configured the DHCP server at my switch level. So I am just going to configure the IP address manually so that I can just show you how this port will be blocked once he will try to communicate with the client machine. So let me just put one IP address here. Let me just put any random IP 172.16.2. let's say 5. Now you need to observe, see this port has been shut down automatically. Now if the authorized user will come tomorrow and will try to connect to this cable to his machine also, so it will always be in the shutdown mode only, because we have set the violation mode as shutdown. So this is how this port security works. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel, and I will be coming up with such videos on regular basis. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Thank you.